Um, so yeah, my talk is called Test Your App and Get a Demo Video for Free. So who of you has already created a demonstration video or a tutorial or a manual or something like that? You know, nowadays. Okay, a handful of people. But you all have watched such videos, I guess, right? And I want to show you a demonstration video first. So this is booting openSUSE Tumbleweed now, and then it will go into the X mode and start a program. So this is GNOME Clocks, a very exciting program I want to show you today. So it clicks on timer and then set the number of seconds and clicks on play. Okay, so this is the first demonstration of that program, and now we start a second one. I'll explain you later why I have to close the program first. So now we are adding a stopwatch. Start it, and then we click on lab. And then on pause. Okay. So yeah, I didn't create this. Yeah, it shuts down now, so that's not very interesting anymore. So I didn't create this video by myself, but with Perl actually, and that's very nice. Yeah, I actually forgot to tell you things about me. So I am addicted to Perl since '98, and actually that's from a different talk about YAML. So I'm an engineer at SUSE Software Solutions since 2019. And yeah, this talk is about openQA and how you can actually create such videos with openQA. So it's an automated test tool for operating systems. That means you can actually test the booting of an operating system and installation of packages and starting of packages with it. And so this is the openQA website for openSUSE. So many tests here, but also there is one for Fedora. So Fedora is also using it, and we're also getting contributions from them. And there's also one for Debian, and probably some more. And now, yeah. So this is the actual test for which I showed you the video. And the test shows you actually some screenshots. So this is from booting. And then here you see how I enter the command. So you can yeah, make screenshots, and you can also yeah, download the video later. And yeah, this is pretty cool because now what happens if you have this program, such a program like this, and it changes? So some feature changes or the look of it changes, and so how many of you have actually watched the video out there which was outdated because the program has been changing, right? So, and if that changes, of course you want to also adapt the tests, but if you adapt the tests with openQA, then the new video will be created automatically. And so, yeah, you have both at the same time. Of course, it's not yet perfect for that purpose. So the main purpose is testing. And so, for example, you saw the mouse moving here. And that's actually something which I added. It's not yet committed actually. So we don't have a function for mouse moving. We only have a function for mouse setting because we don't need anything else for testing. But that's not good for demonstration video. So I added this mouse moving function, which just interpolates the way from the old to the new coordinates. And also the normal mode does not do a lot of screenshots per second, but there's a variable which you can set, and then it makes more screenshots. And yeah, let's take a look into one of the screenshots. So this is how the result is presented to me, and now I can actually click on this, and we call our screenshots needles. So this is now the needle editor, and there are a lot of settings here, and here I have actually the screenshot, and I can enter some areas I want to match, because usually I don't want to match the whole screen. There might be too many things that are changing in between. So I only want to match a certain area. And there's also, do you see this white little bubble there? So that's the click point. And this means if openQA sees that screenshot, so you can actually say, now wait until this screen appears. And then you can say, if this screen appears, then click on this position. So that's very handy because you normally don't really know where the window will appear. It might be always on the same position, but it might not, and the geometry might change. So if this is matching, then openQA knows where exactly to click. And there's also another interesting feature. So here we have the green area to match, and then we have also a red area. And that is because that's a timer that's moving, that's changing all the time. And so it doesn't match. And so I can say this is an exclude area, and this part will not be matched. So, and you can just create such an area by creating a normal area and then double clicking on it. And so that's also very handy. And yeah, if you have questions in the meantime, just let me know. Yeah, Nick? What do you? No, but good point. That's in my mental to-do list now. Thank you. Okay, yeah, right. I always forget this. So Nick was asking if the green and red areas are actually, if you can change the color for colorblind people, and not yet. Wolf?
So does match when the window appears on the right edge or on the left edge, it will match automatically?
Yeah, it will start at a certain position and then try the whole screen if it finds it at some point. And so is this readable? Too colors or too small? Okay, the colors are still there, but maybe it's big enough now. Okay.
Maybe if you select the region, they will be inverted. That will be
No? And yeah, this is how one test is actually looking. So we had this timer test here. And this is the whole code for it, actually. There are some utility functions, so ensure unlock desktop that does all the login with the default password. And then there's this assert screen function. And that takes an argument, which is the tag of the screen. And when you create such needles, like I showed you with that needle editor, you give it a tag. And a needle can also have more than one tag. And so it goes through the file system and looks for all the existing needles with that tag and looks if it matches. And there's also a timeout. If that doesn't match after 10 seconds, then something must be wrong and the whole test will fail. And this is a little function I added. It's demo sleep, and it's doing a sleep if there is some certain setting for demo. And it doesn't sleep at all if the demo mode is off, because the demo mode can actually take more time for a test, and usually you don't need that. And so for your usual test, you will want the not demo test, and maybe just from time to time you want to create a demo video. So you just add that setting. And assert and click, that's what I was talking about. So it does the assertion of that screenshot, and then it clicks on that click point. You can also do double clicks, and yeah, here we have a send key function that sends just one key, like you can add delete or tab or return. So there are many predefined keys. And there's also the type string function. And yeah, there are much more functions actually. So this is the test RP module, and these are all the functions you can use. And yeah, if you want to try it out to install openQA on your machine, then I would recommend to do it in a container with openSUSE, because yeah, that's where we have we have a package repository where we have the certain versions of some Perl modules that we need, because yeah, some modules we need in a newer version. And yeah, it's people use it on Debian and Fedora, but yeah, the experience might be better if you use containers. And we have some existing containers. And there is this huge documentation webpage, so don't be afraid. And you can always just look into, where's my presentation? Okay. You can always look into in our matrix channel. So just join us. So we're an open source company, and our team is using and working on open source, and so we have an open channel. So just stop by there and ask us questions, like the question from Nick. And yeah, maybe you also want to contribute to that. And yeah, any other questions? 5 minutes, okay. All right, actually I wanted to, yeah, just sure. So we're doing actually continuous deployment. So we're just yeah, committing, and it gets then if it gets in master, it will build in the openSUSE build system. We'll will be packaged as an RPM, and then it will automatically be deployed. So, yeah, you had questions? Yeah, so the normal, so it was created for actually booting operating system. And so we have a lot of tests here for Tumbleweed, for different architectures. And we test, yeah, as many apps as we can on these systems. So, yeah, just everything, the installation process, installation from DVD and stuff like that. Yeah.
Which language was it? Especially this image search.
That's all in Perl, but it also has a little bit of C code, and that's actually the image search, yeah. Any other questions? Then thank you very much for listening.